Harry, this is Lord Potato, and this is What If Asta Was the Son of Sosuke Aizen, Part 3. Ow. I'm just popping everything in my back and other things because I was streaming a while ago, so yeah. I was kind of getting bored, but yeah. But not the point. Let me go into this What If and let me shut the fuck up. So, let me begin. So, we go into, Asta. Asta is kind of in the celebration in like the afternoon, so yeah. That's where Asta's walking around. I should mention that Asta is 5'8". Of course, it's where, what's it called? Not Hogaku. Noelle was next to Asta. And of course, it's where they're walking around, kind of seeing the different, like, things to kind of go play in the festival and all that. That's where she's looking around, and she's saying, this is interesting. That's where Asta says, it really is. That's where every time Noelle looks at Asta, her face is nothing but complete red. The fact that Asta looks completely like Aizen is, just amazing. Of course, no one knows who Aizen is. Actually, no one exactly in this whole world knows who exactly Aizen is. Because, Aizen wasn't even from this world. He's from a different completely world. But yeah, of course, it's a little bit connected to the Black Clover world. But yeah. Because if you want to think about it, Black Clover is similar to Bleach more if you want to think about it. Not Naruto. Because yes, they might have the same idea to kind of like become, like a government style. But it's still more similar to Bleach. Because, sword. Other things with power. Yeah, you get the point. But not the point. But of course, also, if you want to think about it, Julius was somewhat like, I don't remember if, I think this was a theory or I can't remember where I watched it. Julius was basically like Aizen's like copy, cheap version or whatever. But yeah, if you want to think about it like that. But not the point. That's where, Asta is just like looking around. And of course, Noelle is kind of seeing Asta's eyes. And of course, she can never get used to it. His eyes are like a hazel color. Yes, it's a brown mixed with green, so of course it kind of transforms into like a hazel color. So of course, this is where, Asta's looking around, and of course, he's saying, so why don't you keep looking at me, Noelle? Noelle turns around, turns away really fast, because Asta was looking everywhere, but of course he kind of looks down towards Noelle, because she's like right next to him. And of course, his eyes connected towards Noelle's, and this is where Asta kind of said that. Noelle's face became extremely red, and of course, he was kind of heating up. This is where Koho and even Kyoto appear saying, hey, guys. This is where Noelle says, hey, why are you guys here? This is where they say, oh, we just came by anyway. So, what are you two doing? This is where Kyoto says, are you two finally dating? This is where, Noelle says, no. Her face is nothing but red. Kyoto can see that Asta is way too charming and can probably take his goddess away. Which he's angry, but at the same time can probably feel the same power of Asta. Not his magic, but his spiritual pressure. Because yes, he was fighting against that one beast dude and easily destroyed him. This is where, he kind of got the stories from it. But of course, this is where, Kyoho says, so, wanna go on a double date? This is where, Asta says, huh? But aren't you two siblings? He kind of asked. This is where Kyoho said, no, not like that. This is where, Kyoho says, with me and you, Asta. This is where she's kind of smiling, kind of grimly, evilly. This is where, Asta says, nah, I'll be fine. I'll be right next to Noelle anyway. This is where Asta puts his arm around Noelle. Noelle was actually crimson red. And this is where, Kyoho's like, so mean. Why not? Okay, fine. It's not a double date. It's like a friendly friends. We go into two pair of friends. So, me and you, Asta, and Noelle and Kyoto. Well, if it's friends, Asta said. Because Asta's not dumb. He just seems to see that she's trying to do something manipulating. But of course, Asta can see through it. This is where Asta says, then why not just friends of like the boys versus girls? And whatever actually we playing anyway. This is where Kyoho goes, Damn it. This is where Kyoto says, if we're playing like something about like girls versus boys, then yeah, me and Asta together versus you two. So what are we playing anyway? This is where, well, Kyoto says, shit. Water guns. This is where, well, they kind of go to this like one booth with like water guns with like two teams of, yeah. Of course, this is where Kyoto says, you gotta, what's it called? Shoot the water at us 3 times, and yeah, it's like a rule or whatever. This is where, well, whoever gets kind of wet the most is a loser. But yeah, this is where, well, there might be a little bit of friendly fire, but yeah. This is where, well, Noelle gets kind of nervous, but yeah. Kyoho is getting ready. She's excited. Asta, who is actually, well, excited also, but yeah. This is where, well, Kyoto's very excited. This is where, well, so Kyoho kind of has like a water, kind of like shotgun water gun. Of course, Asta has like 2 pistols of water guns. This is where Noelle kind of holds like a 1 pistol. And this is where, well, Kyoho is holding, well, a kind of like, well, not water guns, mostly water balloons. This is where, well, they're just holding water balloons. And of course, Asta just has a couple. This is where, well, he's saying, well, it's time for this. Let's go, Kyoho. Well, Kyoto. Kyoto says, got it. This is where they start rushing towards where Noelle and Kyoho has that. This is where Asta throws a water balloon at, well, what's it called, Kyoho? Kyoho dodges it and says, ha, you missed. This is where Asta says, I guess I did. But did I really miss? This is where, well, Kyoho says, what do you, water balloon smashes onto her head. Like, it falls over thanks to gravity and go bonk. This is where she said, how did you? Asta says, how did I manage to calculate it? Easy, I'm not dumb. This is where, well, Kyoto goes, this is potion. This is where Kyoto was trying to attack Noelle, but Noelle, she kind of gets a little too scared. And of course, this is where, well, she throws the water balloon, but of course, she accidentally added magic. So, of course, it exploded and did make more water appear and smash Kyoto out of the park. He was knocked out. Yeah. This is where Kyoto and well, Asta says, hey, Noelle, are you okay? Noelle says, I'm sorry. Oh, God, did I knock him out? This is where Asta says, all right, we're still playing that game. Asta appearing with a water balloon, and of course, just kind of ripping it. Of course, the water falls on Noelle, and Noelle goes, Asta says, well, at least I didn't get wet at all. This is where they're walking out, and of course, Kyoto is knocked the hell out, like, oh. This is where both Noelle and Kyoto are very, well, very angry at Asta. The fact that he didn't get wet even once. Not a little smidgen of water even fell on his like coat. His white and black coat. Because yeah, he's wearing that. He's kind of wearing something similar to Aizen, but yeah. This is where, well, both of them, well, Noelle and Kyoho look at each other, narrowing their eyes. And of course, this is where they both nodded at the same time. And this is where, well, Asta says, but still, it's very interesting that you two got, this is where he saw multiple water balloons and even water bubbles that Noelle sent. This is where Asta sees all of this, and this is where Asta, he dodges it in an instant using flash step. He's saying, whoa, come on, girls. Stop trying to actually, well, get my clothes wet. I don't want that happening. Besides, it takes forever to dry this. This is where both of them are angry at Asta. And of course, Asta says, they're angry. This is where Asta dodges it. And of course, just keeps dodging left, right, down. This is where Asta kind of just puts his leg near, well, Noelle and Kyoho, because yes, he was actually appearing right close to them. This is where Asta grabs 2 water balloons that were in thin air and just pops them right in front of both of their faces. This is where both of them gets angry and say, Asta! Asta says, shit, they're angry. This is where Asta starts kind of just like flash stepping but running at you at the same time. This is where he bumps into Magna, and, well, not bumps into Magna, he grabbed Magna, hide behind him, and of course, this is where water balloon smashes into Magna. This is where Luck is laughing at Magna, and of course, this is where Magna says, what the hell? Asta says, I'm not trying to wet these clothes, Magna. You were just there. I was trying to find Fenrir, but I couldn't. Fenrir says, no. He jumped into a portal and all that. This is where Luck was laughing, saying, so what are we playing? Dodge the water balloons and not try to die. This is where, well, Luck says, I thought we were going to be fighting. Want to be my shield? Luck disappeared because, yeah, he didn't want to. This is where Vanessa says, whatever. Because, yes, Asa found the others, the black balls. And of course, Gordon is kind of eating. This is where Gosha said, my dear sister, if only you were here. That's where Asta said, yeah. This is where he looks at Gray, and Gray kind of just like, don't look at me. Yeah, she's kind of just freaking out, but yeah. This is where, well, he looks for Charmy, and Charmy is kind of eating a lot of food somewhere else, but yeah. This is where Asta dodges a water balloon that was about to hit him like right in the face, but he dodges it like head to the side, to basically the left side. This is where he says, you two don't want to give up any time, don't you? This is where both of them are so angry at Asta. Asta smiles and says, well, I guess I can't give up neither. Asta just like gets his like left hand and pushes his like brownish and whitish hair back and says, then I guess I won't give up neither. He kind of like stick out his tongue and just kind of just like, meh. This is where they are really angry and start sending more water attacks. This is where Asta flash steps, and of course Magna. He gets up because, yeah, he kind of just got bonked in the head with actually a bucket that was actually randomly. But of course, when he gets up, water balloons all up here, smash upon him. He is knocked the hell up. But yeah, that's where Asta says, well, at least I managed to get away from them. He's looking around because he was in a crowd. And of course, he managed to find Yami. Yami says, not like, Asta, I want you to come here and help me out with selling stuff. Asta says, sure, I'll help you sell stuff. This is where, well, 10 minutes, well, not 10 minutes later, like 4 minutes later, Asta managed to sell over so many rainbow squids to a lot of people that Yami was kind of rich. This is where Jack was angry and right now screaming at Haha Guy and his friends to fucking do something. This is where, well, Jack says, I will have to cut that pretty boy up. This is where Asta says, huh? Cut my face? I mean, you can try it, but it really don't matter. This is where, well, Jack rushes at, well, Asta, but Asta blocks his, like, cut, his, like, sight with one finger. He's like, no. Sorry about that, but that won't happen. This is where Yami says, hey, bastard, go back into fucking making your fucking bullshit. Guess what? You're losing, and I'm winning. This is where Jack says, I will win. You want to fight me now, you bastard? This is where, well, Asta, he felt like something was about to hit him. This is where Asta ducks down and multiple water balloons hits the Haha Guy and the other friends. This is where Asta turns around and sees Kyoho and even, well, just angry, tired and sweaty, and of course they're angry. This is where, well, this is where, what's it called? Fender was calling and saying, yes, Yami, fucking bring us here. This is where, well, Fender says, okay. This is where, well, Asta has to dodge away from Kyoho and, well, this is where, well, says, hey, come here, you bastard. Sending multiple water attacks at Asta, and Asta's laughing while kind of dodging, but yeah. This is where, well, she's very angry. This is where, well, Kyoho's trying to send multiple water balloons, but of course it hits people around them. Asta doesn't really care if they hit the people because, yeah, he doesn't really give a shit that much. But yeah. This is where, well, Finro, Jack, and even what's it called? Haha Guy and even Yami were kind of went to that one spot. But Asta didn't went to that spot, but yeah. This is where, well, no, what says I'm gonna win. This is where she sent another water ball at, well, Asta. Asta dodges to the left, and of course it hits him in the face that barely being able to walk. He has crutches, and of course this is where, well, he smashes down to the ground, and this is where a pink-haired girl says, Mars! This is where, well, Asta says, huh? Mars and Fauna are there. This is where he realizes he looks up and sees Mariana, Madonna, and even Fansel. This is where, well, Fansel says, hey, Asta, what's happening to you? Dodging. Why? Oh, no reason. Asta appears behind Fansel, and of course this is where Fansel gets smashed into multiple water balls and water balloons. This is where he's knocked out. That's why. They are pissed at me. This is where both Donna and Mariana say, what the hell did he do to them? Nothing. They're just angry that I haven't got my clothes wet once. Don't know. This is where Mariana says, oh, why is that? Don't really know. This is where, well, a water balloon hits Mariana's head because it was supposed to hit Asta, but Asta like dodges to the left. And of course he could have grabbed Mariana, but he didn't because, yeah, he didn't wanna. This is where, well, Mariana said, you. Well, he didn't. He did dodge to the left because he was kind of talking to her. And of course, a water balloon was coming from behind him. And of course, it hits Mariana. And she says, you bastard, why didn't you just take it? That's where Asta says, not happening. Mariana says, I'm gonna kill you too. She makes ice weapons in her hand. This is where Asta says, oh damn, they're angry. This is where Asta starts kind of running and dodging attacks like ice weapons. Well, kind of like ice, yeah, they're ice weapons and also like water balls and even water balloons. Asta saying shit. He dodges down. He like slides down. Of course, gets back up. Just kind of like clean himself from the dirt and all that. This is where he bumps into Soy. And Soy says, ow, you bastard. This is where, well, Soy says, get out of my way. Hey. Her face becomes nothing but red because Asta basically looks completely like Aizen. So of course, this is where, well, her face is nothing but red. And of course, Asta seems to be pretty damn tall. This is where Asta is 5'8", yeah, of course, for being only 16, or not 16, 15, but yeah. Of course, this is where, well, Asta says, sorry about that. I just have to dodge some things. This is where, well, Asta kind of like dodges another like ice attack, and this is where Asta's like, they're pretty angry. This is where, so I say, who are you? Don't worry about me, who I am or nothing. This is where Asta grabs like a pillar and dodges to the right. And of course, this is where, well, the like an ice needle appears, and of course multiple water balloons and water bubbles appear. This is where Asta says, flash him. He dodges again. This is where, well, he is right now just kind of running away from Mariana, Noelle, and even what they call Kyoho. But yeah, this is where Kyoto is somewhere just knocked out. This is where, well, the fight between Jack and Yami still didn't happen thanks to, well, Julius. Julius is pretty amazed to see how fast Asta is to be dodging and stuff, but yeah. But of course, this is where, well, Asta is keep running away from Kyoto, Mariana, and even, what's it called? Well, not Kyoto, Kyoho, and even Noelle. This is where he accidentally bumped into like two other people, or mostly, yeah, two other people that are kind of from different clans. Well, not clans, mostly different places. There's a girl with like lightish, like icy blue hair and like blue eyes, and of course another one like dull blue eyes and blonde hair. This is where they're confused why Asta appeared right in front of them. This is where Asta says, you two should probably duck down. Asta does duck down also, and this is where ice weapons appear. This is where, well, they're like, huh? What the hell? Asta says, sorry about that. Shit. So tired. This is where, well, another ice weapon appears. This is where Asta grabs it and throws it straight towards the water balloons and even water bubbles. They pop out, and this is where Asta starts running again. Starts just jumping away. That's where the girls were confused, the two of them that kind of bumped into Asta, because Asta's been just using flash tip. He's not getting tired, of course he has large amount of stamina, it's just getting kind of annoying. This is where, well, Mariana and even with Noelle and Kyoho are kind of finding where he's at. It's not the reason how they can find him with magic, no, it's just because Asta is pretty easily to accidentally stumble around, well, people. Because they keep moving and walking around, so it's pretty hard for him to actually flash up to the position he needs to go. But yeah, that's where, well, and besides, those three are mostly like on top of the roof or on buildings, mostly Mariana. Noelle and Kyoho are kind of on some other places, but yeah. This is where, well, Mars was also kind of being helped by Wafana, but yeah. That's where, well, Asta just keeps dodging left, right, down. That's where, well, Asta kind of bumps into someone with kind of orange hair and someone with blue hair and glasses. This is the Golden Dawn, and this is Klaus and Mimosa. You know when to go do something, but yeah. This is where, well, Mimosa says, This is where, she was kind of shocked that Asta appeared right in front of her. But of course, this is where she doesn't know this is Asta still. That's where Asta says, sorry about that. Sorry about that, Mimosa-chan. This is where Mimosa says, wait, Chan, how do you... This is where Klaus says, who are you anyway? We saw you last time. This is where Asta says, I'll tell you, but I think you're gonna have to dodge first. What do you mean? Multiple water balloons smash into the ground and water bubbles, but yeah. This is where, well, Noelle and, well, Kyoho is saying, Asta, stand still for a second. Asta says, no. This is where multiple, like, ice weapons appear, almost stabbing him in the head, but he managed to duck down. He says, whoa, Mariana, why so angry? Besides, it was their fault for even attacking you. Why are you attacking me? Mariana says, don't worry about it, Asta. This is where Mimosa says, wait, you're Asta? This is where Asta says, oh, I gotta keep dodging. This is where, well, Vines actually appeared because Momosa still wanted to get information from Asta, but Asta flashed it before even those Vines being able to catch him. But yeah. But of course, this is where, well, Asta just managed to dodge everyone. But of course, this is where, well, something happens. Something kind of like interesting happens because, well, the kind of like team assignments are happening, and of course, this is where, well, the first persons, well, before Noel and Kyoho and even what's it called, Mariana stops because the announcement were happening. This is where Asta stops on a building far away. This is where, well, first team is the Golden Dawn with 105 stars. People are kind of congratulating the Golden Dawn because they knew that the Golden Dawn would be able to destroy a bunch of other, like, well, the other squads. This is where, well, you know what's actually first. He's like, This is where people are kind of like having hearts in their eyes because you know it's actually up there. But yeah, this is where, well, next it is the Black Bulls with 103. Now, reason why it's 103, well, a little bit more now. It's, well, was it 103 before? I don't remember. But like 104 instead. The reason why it's super close to the Golden Dawn, thanks to Asta being very powerful and easy doing missions without even knowing that they are missions. He actually just walks around, sometimes out of the Black Bulls, to kind of just train a little bit. And he actually does missions without even knowing this because he takes out a bunch of criminals from different other villages. But yeah. This is where, well, he does wear the Black Bull robe, but yeah. This is where, well, the Black Bull is second, Julia said. This is where a bunch of people are saying, oh, the Black Bull? The Black Bulls? The Black Bull? Black Bulls. This is where, well, a bunch of people are confused. And this is where, well, Noel says, Asta, get over there. Asta says, huh? Why me? This is where, well, they say, if you don't get over there, we're gonna throw you more attacks. Asta says, you think I'm gonna care? This is where Noel says, fine, siege. This is where Asta says, wait, you're gonna really destroy a lot of things. Calm down, Noel. This is where, well, Noel says, then fucking go over there. No. Asta disappears, but of course, before Flash stepping away, Yami and, what's it called? Well, Yami managed to find Asta key, even though it was kind of hidden a little bit. But of course, this is where Yami says, Fenro, because Yami managed to grab Asta from the arm and say, no, you don't. You're going there. That's where Asta says, if I'm going there, you're going there also. This is where, well, Asta seems to not care that much, even if Yami's his captain. This is where, well, Yami says, huh, you think I'm gonna go there? No, I'm a captain. I don't care. This is where, well, he throws him straight to Finra, and Finra manages to make a portal. Asta falls through, and of course he lands on his feet, saying, you fucking... This is where Asta tries to get through the portal again, but of course it's close in an instant, and he gets pissed, saying, you motherfuckers. This is where, well, Asta is looking at everyone else that he's not on the stage, and this is where Julia says, yes, this is one of the Black Bulls. His name is, well, Asta. This is where Asta says, yo, this is where so many girls are right now having hearts in their eyes, but yeah, this is where Noel realized that this might have been a terrible idea. This is where Kyoho and Mariana realized that this is probably a terrible idea because, well, they want Asta for themselves, even though they know that Noel likes even more. This is where Momosa is also there, kind of shocked to see how many cheers from girls that Asta gets them more than you know. This is where, well, you know, it's kind of like never I've seen Asta. This is where, well, for the second time after this look and all that, this is where Asta says, great, I'm here again. This is where, well, the third team, it is, well, the Blue Rose. May one of the Blue Rose Knights come up. Of course, this is where, well, what's it called? Char was already knocked out from the drinks and all that. So he wasn't getting up there because she wasn't the rookie of the Blue Rose. Someone else. This is where, well, she gets up there. And of course, like, blue hair. And of course, this is where, well, she has like icy blue hair, icy blue eyes. Well, her blue hair is near her waist, but yeah. And of course, she is like looking at the other two boys and kind of like, wait, this is where she realized one thing. The boy that kind of stumbled upon her was right next to her. This is where she's glaring at Asta, and Asta says, great. Someone tried to murder me again. Shit. What did I do every time? What is my luck with women? I feel like if Finro kind of had this luck, he would have fucking be right now having nosebleeds left and right. Me and I just want to fucking lay down and sit down for a second. Damn, this is annoying. This is why, this fourth team is, well, this The fourth team is the Silver, Silver Eagles. Fifth team is the Crimson Lions, and the eighth team is the seventh team is the Purple Orcas, and the last team is basically the Blue Aqua. This is where the Aqua guy that says, "Ha! How am I so low? No!" But yeah, this is where they didn't have rookies in there, but yeah, this is where haha guy says, haha, those three are basically commoners. He doesn't actually know much about the blue hair one, but this is where the blue hair narrow her eyes. This is where also narrow his eyes, and he seems to have an idea and what to show off. This is where he says Bell. Bell kind of nodded, and this is where full power wind arrow. Asta turns around and notices kind of attack. This is where the girl behind Asta actually kind of opens her grimoire to actually make an ice wall, even if she had to protect the black bull. This is where Asta kind of like stopped her from actually making an ice wall in front of her and say that he will be fine. This is where Sensei wind arrow thinking that Asta's gonna catch it with his not catch it, mostly like just deflect it or slice it with his fucking like anti-magic sword. Asta Sensei catches that shit. He catches it and just snaps it. This is where the wind arrow dissipates. This is where Asta says, "What's that? Oh, let me show you something." What's it called? He says, Kendo, not Kendo, Hyogokyu, Haro, number 67. Freezing cage. This is where, was confused until a cage made out of ice appears and started freezing. This is where, the fairy was also affected because she was next to, This is where, she was also freezing. Also says, idiots. Using that would be stupid. You realize that it would have hurt the other rookie from the other squad. Are you insane? This is where says, I thought you were gonna use your anti-magic, not fucking use it with your hand and snap it. Well, too fucking bad. Now shut the fuck up. Fine, let me help you. That's where Asta goes up to smacks him in the forehead, and this is where the ice thing kind of breaks after a while, but yeah. So says, what the hell? How do you know how to use ice? I don't. It's just a technique that I found out how to do. Now, can we please leave, Julius? Julius says, yeah, but before the king comes in, king explains, blah, blah, blah. That's where Asta, he is quite annoyed and has a plan to already overthrow the king. You see here, Aizen had a plan to overthrow the So King, so does Asta now. But this time the Clover King. I should mention this now, but yeah. Also, for some reason, had an idea to kind of overthrow him, but for some reason that came up to his head out of nowhere. Because the Hokage does have little memories of also Aizen. So, of course, also for some reason had a plan to just overthrow the king. Of course, after grab his head, and kind of started just massaging it, because he kind of is confused. He's like, why did I just have that? Whatever. This is where, something else happens, and of course, what is it called? Oh yeah, of course, where after the Clover King just walked away, and he didn't ask execution for Asta or even the other girl. Now this girl is actually named Asta, and of course, is where she's actually very shocked to even see Asta be able to use some kind of ice ability. With just his finger, he just said a couple of words, and of course freezes the Golden Dawn boy. This is where she kind of overheard his name Asta, and of course, where Asta's hazel eyes are kind of looking at everyone else. But yeah, of course, multiple girls are kind of screaming because of his eyes being a hazel color. A very lightish but at the same time darkish color, but yeah. Of course, this is where, Esther realized her captain wasn't here. Even the Black Bull captain wasn't here. And of course, she was confused why that was a thing. She kind of already knew a little bit that the Black Bull captain wasn't going to be here, but where the hell is Char? This is where, Soy overheard that the rookie for the Blue Rose got third place, and of course, this is right next to the, Golden Dawn boy and the Black Bull boy. But of course, this is where when Soy kind of thinks of Black Bull, she kind of blushes also. Because even if you don't like, man or anything, Asta can somewhat make you swing his way. But yeah. Of course, this is where, Asta says, so I guess we can get to leave. Asta started just just shaking his head off because he's kind of like feeling like memories are starting to fill his head. But yeah, this is where, well, they are walking. Mostly, is kind of like behind Asta. Asta is first, this is where SF is behind all two of them. But yeah, this is where, well, they're going down. And of course, this is where, well, someone is kind of just like, well, sorry. Someone is screaming at the Crimson Lions, of course, punching Leon in the face, saying, "You idiot!" This is where the other Crimson Lions are scared of her. This is Mariana. She's saying, "My fucking idiot brother didn't actually stand for this shit. Why were you all almost last? Huh?" This is what all of them say. "Oh, my lady, we're sorry." This is where, well, they are kind of walking down. Asta's kind of ignoring this like instantly because he just doesn't care. Just blanking out everything in the outside. This is where, well, it's kind of seeing what Asta's doing, like mostly like kind of grabbing his head, thinking that Asta has a headache or something. This is where, well, or somehow he might have overdid himself or something. And this is where, well, was about to ask Asta what is happening, but this is where Asta says, "What do you want, was Bernie able to talk and say what he wanted? But of course, even though Bernie was able to say anything, this is where, well, Asta says, "What do you want, says, why you keep driving your head like if you're having a headache?" Asta says, "I do have a headache, just for a different reason." It's alright, well, says, "Still, I want to ask you, why do you look like that?" "What do I look like what? Myself?" "Well, it's called life. I grew a couple inches. Growing is a part of fucking life. The science between this and blah, blah, blah." He just explains it. And of course, says, "No, I'm not talking about that." Asta says, "What? Why didn't you use her anti-magic sword?" That's where Asta is overhearing this. And of course, Asta says, "Because if I use my anti-magic sword, then people won't fear what I would do. Instead, I would just grab your arrow and break it with my hands to show that I don't fear any type of fucking magic." Which I don't. I didn't give a shit that much. But I do have the anti-magic book if you're really caring about this. See? Do you want it? Do you want the book? Do you want it? Then here, fucking catches it. This is where, before was actually catching it, this is where Estef grabs it first. Because it was it was gonna fall on, but Estef grabbed it. Because she was like 2 steps up and all that. I'm mostly 1 step above, but yeah, this is where, well, she grabs it and looks at the grimoire. She realizes that this grimoire has a 5-leaf grimoire. She knows only another person that has a 5-leaf, but is confused why this other person has it. That's where, well, she then just tosses it back to Asta and says, "You shouldn't be giving your grimoire towards your enemy." I'm guessing that the Golden Dawn is your enemy. That's where Asta says, "Oh no, my enemy is basically this entire bullshit and this idiot right here." He points at Yuno. Says, "Huh? I'm not an idiot." Says the one that couldn't even fucking spell and other things. Let me see your fucking handwriting, Asta." Asta like writes his handwriting thing. "Fine, if you want to see it, fine." He writes on a little piece of paper and says, "Here." This is where he says, "How did your handwriting get that good?" No. I saw your handwriting being chicken leg scratches." Asta says, it's mostly the matter of time of me learning and doing things. Why are you complaining about it?" That's where, well, says, "I'm not complaining about it." This is where Yuno's mostly arguing with Asta. Asta is kind of calmly just answering questions. But of course, when it gets downstairs, this is where Mariana says, "You must be the 3 rookies of the different squads. That's interesting. So, you guys want to have a little training spar?" This is where Asta says, "Fuck no, my head hurts." This is where Asta walks past Mariana. Mariana says, "I didn't ask for your permission then." This is where she kind of uses, Lion's Claw and then says, grab Yuno's head, grabs SF's head, and was about to get Asta's head, but of course Asta, he kind of like, it looks like it looks like Mariana managed to grab Asta's head, but it looks like he switches places, but really, he uses Tsukiyomi, well, not Tsukiyomi, Inusami, basically an illusion, to kind of look like you kind of grab Asta, but really you grab the wrong person and basically she just grabbed Leon. Leon was like confused, "Hey, how did I get here?" And Asta had his sword out, but this is where he puts his sword back in. This is where, well, he starts walking away. Mariana was confused. This is where she says, "No, you don't. You're not getting in." That's where Asta flash step and gets out of there. So it just goes back to the others. Of course, she's Noel kind of coming towards him. This is where not towards him mostly. This is where he's kind of going towards where the captain's at, mostly Yami, and of course where he appears in the bar, and of course saying, "Ha, captain." This is where Yami says, "Ha ha! Look at all of you failing against my student here, or not student, my underling, my vice captain." When the hell did I become vice captain? Just right now, Yami said. Besides, you got us all those stars up to the Black Bulls, and now I can flex on all these losers. That's why everyone's getting quite annoyed, except for Sharsha are still knocked out. So her face is nothing but red because she doesn't want to look at the same, opposite direction. But yeah, this is where the others are kind of getting annoyed. The Silver Eagle, the Purple Orca one, and even what's it called? What was the last one? Fuck. Am I missing one? Oh yeah, and Jack. Of course, I forgot to mention the green praying mantis. They got basically, I'm gonna say they got Fort. I don't remember who got Fort. I don't even think I mentioned it, but yeah. This is where Jack and everyone getting annoyed. Of course, they all got drinks. This is where Asta says, "Can I get a drink?" This is where who is Julius says, "No, you're underage." It starts to say, "And I need a drink." My fucking head is having a headache right now. Killer fucking headache. This is where, Julius instead gave him water, and this one to say, "Yeah, thanks." This is where Asta starts drinking it, but yeah. Asta, he kind of like has one of his, mostly his left hand covering up his left eye, and of course his hazel eye is kind of glowing. This is where, he looks at the bartender for a second, and over his eyes, this is where he realizes this is Julius, and says, he drinks and says, "Can I get another glass, Wizard King?" This is where the Wizard King widened his eyes and says, "Wait, what?" Yeah, he says, "Huh?" Asta says, "Oh, sorry, I meant to say bartender." This is where, Asta grins at the same time when Julius kind of came closer and was putting water, and Asta kind of squints and looks at Julius, with his one hazel eye kind of glowing. Asta, he pulls out a piece of paper, writes it before anyone else can see it, and this is where, he gives it to the bartender. This is where, Julius grabs it and says, "I know that's you, Julius. You can't fool me with that disguising." This is where Julius winds his eyes and right now paling. This is where Mariana busts through the whole thing. Of course, it's where the different captains do get away from Mariana and starts running because, yeah. Like the purple orcas disappear, the silver eagle also does disappear, basically knows that, and Jack also runs away, like, hell no. This is where Yami says, "Oh shit, run! Run, Vice Captain!" This is where, he grabs Asta up, and Asta gets up, and this is where Asta says, "Not this bitch again." This is where, Mariana is grabbing Leon, his head, with and even with the Asta. This is where Spike says, "Asta, are you okay?" Asta says, "Yeah, I am, I guess. I don't know why I'm being dragged." This is where Soy says, "Let go of her." This is where, Soy gets, not Soy, mostly Char gets grabbed, and even Yami. Before Asta can actually be grabbed, Asta keeps dodging. This is where, Asta then just, smacks the air once and destroys multiple hands. This is where he says, "Not happening." This is where he says, "Huddle number 99. This is where he says, 5 dragon destroy. This is where Noah says, "Asta?" This is where another girl says, "Asta, you're there." This is where, Asta says, "Jugo." This is where Asta says, "Damn it, Noah, why are you here?" Asta was already fine with using this huddle number because, they're all captains, captain level. Even because even though he sent a very destructive power, he wasn't actually taking any chance when Noel appeared. This is where he says, "Damn it." This is where, Asta disappeared and flashed it, appearing right in front of Noel and using his sword, his black sword, cutting through all of the, lion claws that are trying to appear on Noel. This is where Mariana says, "You're really interesting, kid." This is where, Asta says, "Are you okay, Noel?" Noel says, "Mariana? She's pissed. I don't know who the hell she is, but I don't care." This is where Asta, for some reason in his head, he said, in his head, the Hogoku would say, "Bankai Tsukuyomi." This is where, Asta was about to try it, but for some reason is unwilling to try it. he doesn't know if this will hurt Noel or not. This is where, well, it said Bankai, Infinite, Tsukiyomi. That's what it said in his head. Asta was kind of unwilling to actually try it. So of course he didn't just try. He just started cutting through all the like lion claw, and said, "Noel, come on, snap out of it, Noel." Noel was like, This is where, well, Mariana managed to grab Noel, and this is where Asta said, "Damn." This is where Asta said, "Fine, Bankai, Infinite." This is where before he even gets to say it, this is where Lion Claw managed to grab him, and of course grab him, and kind of grab his hands before he was able to even use his sword. This is where Asta says, "Damn it." This is where Asta saying, this is where he's like angry. Of course, having one of his eyes closed and kind of showing his like, well, very hazy eyes. And of course, this is where, well, Mariana says, "You're pretty tough, but quite annoying, but still pretty damn tough. But that's not the point. Now, we're going to the hot springs." This is where every girl kind of says, "What?" This is where, well, Junko's also taken, but yeah. Yami was like, "Huh?" Well, Yami already knows where they're going. This is where, well, Char says, "Huh?" This is where, well, Yuno says, "What the hell?" Asta says, "Huh?" Of course, he can't speak because he has multiple, like, lion claws all around him, kind of covering him up. Because he seems to be the most dangerous and the most unwilling to actually go. Which is where, well, he decides to just cut through it, but of course, cuts mostly the arms off of him, the two arms that were kind of covering his hands. But of course, managed to break through. And of course, instead of cutting the lion hand, he was just too tired, having too much of a headache. More memory comparing his head. Of course, he just puts his sword back into the sheath and thinks, "Damn it." This is where, well, Mariana says, "Good. You're pretty interesting. You actually understand that your situation's pretty bad. Good. Well, let's go." This is where they get to the hot springs, but yeah. This is where, well, they get to the hot springs, and of course, the hot springs are, well, a volcano site. This is where all of them are freaking out. This is where, well, Junko's saying, "How are we gonna get there?" This is where, well, Asta say, "Wait, Junko, can I see your book?" "Yeah." This is where she shows what's called Junko Grimoire. And this grimoire is kind of like reddish color, but of course it has what's it called, like, not reddish, it's mostly like black and reddish at the same time. And of course the like grimoire leaves are kind of like a dullish blue. And of course having 5. That's where she says, "Okay, here." This is where Junko says, "Okay, but still, how are we gonna get up there?" This is where, well, all of them are kind of confused, but this is where, well, Yami and Shark gets up there by using Monoskin, and of course all of them are over here in this, and this is where I say Monoskin, I see. I still don't know how to use Monoskin. That's great. How would I use Monoskin when I don't even have any magic in the fucking first place? This is where everyone is using Monoskin. This is where Asta is trying to think, but of course the heat doesn't really seem to affect him that much. He instead started kind of putting spiritual pressure around his body to actually increase it. This is where he disappears. He like breaks under the rubble that's underneath him, the rocks and all that, like the stone platform they actually joined. And of course some of them are kind of just trying to run up. Yuno is right now flying. Estef is also flying by using her eyes. This is where, well, Asta kind of like the platform underneath him kind of exploded. This is where Estef is kind of flying by using mostly her ice magic to kind of make pillars so she can start running. This is where Junko is kind of like on the floor and saying, "Damn it, why is half of us having to run? Damn it, Asta, why are you the only one able to kind of fly a little bit?" This is where, well, Soe is kind of saying, "Come on, Junko, we're not gonna let the Black Bulls or even what's it called, the Crimson Lions beat us, or even that Golden Dawn boy." This is where, well, so he didn't realize one thing. Everyone realized one thing. Asta is nowhere near. This is where Asta, he is concentrating. This is where spiritual pressure starts smashing around him. A large pressure. Everyone felt this. This is where even Mariana, this is where she says, "That's not mana." This is where Asta is like underneath him is starting to crack. Spiritual pressure. This is where Asta is right now using his own spiritual pressure to kind of make like somewhat like a mana skin. He's mostly increasing his body. This is where when the spiritual pressure clears up, because it went all around Asta and kind of made a barrier around him. This is where Asta kind of like grips his hand and felt the power still. This is where, well, Asta, he cracks the ground by kind of launching himself off the, what's it called, like, platform. This is where, well, the ground exploded, and this is where Mariana widened her eyes, smiling. This is where she never felt some kind of power like that. Asta, who is right now just, like, he's about to, like, land down on the ground. And, of course, instead of landing down on the ground, he's actually flying instead. He's saying, I won't let you win. This is where Asta, he's right now flying past all of them. This is where he lands towards the, well, place that they had to land. Asta says, done. This is where, well, Asta had to dodge a lion claw from, well, Mariana saying, interesting, fight me. This is where Asta flashed up and says, you're quite annoying. Fine, I'll fight you. Asta pulls out his sword. Asta, who kind of pulls the sword straight towards her and says, Bankai, infamous Tsukuyomi. This is where we go into a different timeline entirely. This is where Mariana is confused. She feels like she's in a dream. She was like, huh? Where am I? She then sees that she is somewhat like a kid. Then she sees Fogolian and sees a bunch of happy memories. Keeps going and going. This is where when she's older, she's attacked by, well, these devils. Of course, Mariana tries to fight back, but she can't. This is where now we go into somewhere that's purely red. A red world. A red world where there's only one person there, standing in the middle. Someone with brown hair and one brownish, well, one hazelish eye. This is where there's none other than us, but his grayish hair looks to turn brown. It looks to be nothing but looks like Aizen. This is where Asta smirks and says, very interesting. It seems like you managed to experience life faster than ever. Now your life is mine to control or die. This is where, well, this is where Mariana says, where? This is where she is strapped down to some, like, bar. She can't even get out. She can't use her magic. This is where she feels pathetic, weak, and other things. That's where Asta says, but it seems that your life has ended. Asta cuts her down, but of course we go back outside, and Mariana's breathing really hard. That's where the other captains are confused why they were standing still, where mostly Asta was kind of moving. But of course, Mariana says, what the fuck was that? What the hell is that? She narrowed her eyes at Asta, and this is where Asta, he was also in the Tsukuyomi for a little bit. It was just like just 1 minute. That's how long it was. But it looked way longer. It looked like it was so many years passing by, but nothing else changes in the real life. This is where Mariana, she is shocked. She felt like she lived life, like a second life, but then died against Asta. This is where Asta kind of like looks away, and this is where Mariana kind of glaring at him because she's confused. She is terribly confused. And Asta, this is where, well, Asta says, why do you look at me like that? With those eyes. This is where she says, oh, nothing. Just nothing. This is where, well, she is kind of just shocked. Of course, no one else managed to see the infamous Tsukuyomi, but yeah. This is where, well, Asta kind of just looks away, but yeah. This is where we go into the hot spring, and of course, Mariana is trying to relax, but of course, she's kind of freaking out a little bit. This is where she's twitching. Of course, Shark can notice it, and the other girls kind of notice it, and they're saying, are you okay? And this is where Mariana says, of course I'm okay. I just need some alcohol. This is where she's drinking it, but yeah. This is where she was terrified. Asta, on the other hand, was very confused in where he was. But he get to experience the whole life of Mariana. Like, he saw every single detail. Even seeing Noelle's mother, he saw her. This is where she was he was confused entirely in how he can actually see the memories of her. But of course, he realized there were only memories. But it looks like he can play out a different life entirely. That's where Asta says, that's quite interesting. But of course, in the end, he did look like he cut down, well, Mariana. But it didn't feel like he was the one in control most of the time. He did feel like he was in control, but it felt like he wasn't himself. He felt like he was Aizen, a cold-blooded murderer who only cares about himself and only felt to become like God itself. This is where, well, Asta was really confused, very confused, and really wanting now to know who the hell his father was. He tried to ask the Hokugyu multiple times in his head, but the Hokugyu stayed silent, which confused him even more. But yeah, we get out of the hot springs, and of course, well, not out of the hot springs. Leon is still pretty angry and wanted to challenge Asta for a rivalry again, saying, I won't lose this time. He's right now trying to heat up the water. You know it's being cooled off, but yeah. That's where they're saying, it must be the boys. Asta says, so you're willing to challenge me? Okay. Asta says, Hokugyu. Well, yeah, not Hokugyu. He says, Haru. Number 2. No, not number 2. Number 34. Launch. Asta points his finger at, well, Leon. And Leon is launched up in the sky saying, ah! This is where all the Crimson Lions saying, Leon! This is where Yami is laughing saying, oh, that's interesting, Vice Captain, myself. This is where, you know what's kind of shocked? He felt like if Asta used wind magic, but that wasn't even the case. This is where, what's it called? Fuck. I also have to go somewhere, but yeah. This is where, everyone was shocked, and of course the girl side was shocked to see Leon. Mariana was shocked. Did Asta do something to launch Leon up? But yeah, she was confused and shocked. But of course, other than that, we go out of the hot springs, and of course Asta goes to go train. But for 1 week, before the Royal Magic Night. But this is where I'm going to leave it off. Have a nice potato day, potato night, potato seed, potato, and good night, potato. Bye.